case you're wondering, is it a little weird that one of the performers was already sitting here on stage when we walked in? Yeah, it is a little weird. But it's Fringe. It's supposed to be a little bit weird. But the reason for that is we don't have a fancy, extravagant opening. Our pyro equipment was obtained by the Goofy musical. So this is it. I was just going around and say hi anyway. So hi, my name is Clark Brooks, and welcome to the Discomfort Zone. The reason the show is called the Discomfort Zone is because we are 5 professional stand-up comedians. We all have experience performing at venues all over the place that you may be familiar with. The Improv, Side Splitters, dirty kava bars in your neighborhood. We've all performed with headliners you've heard of, people like Don Herrera and people like that. For me, one of my most prestigious gigs was I got to perform at the fertility clinic at the Lakeland Regional Hospital for the benefit of couples who were trying to get pregnant. They couldn't get Al Green, so I guess they had to go with me. But yeah, welcome here. We're all trying something new and something different, hence the phrase, the Discomfort Zone. So 5 of us are going to tell stories. I will begin with my story, which is relatively brief. The title of this story is No Strange Love, or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Gays. I was born and raised in a small Midwestern town in Michigan, Benton Harbor, Michigan. It's about 100 miles from Chicago. It's very much like every other Midwestern Rust Belt town back in the 70s and 80s. If I had to describe it in 3 words, it would be worse than Flint. So that gives you an idea. But the demographics of Benton Harbor, I looked at it the other day, it's currently 85% African American. It has been as high as 92% African American since I was born there in 1964, graduating from high school in 82. So basically what I'm saying is I grew up in a black town. I went to a black high school, very much, I don't know what it's like to be black, but I do know what it's like to walk into a restaurant and have nobody else look like you. So, but we didn't have any gay people in Benton Harbor. I mean, we did. Statistically, of course we did. But they weren't allowed to let us know about it, and we weren't allowed to know about it. So Michigan in 1982 was a lot like Florida in 2022. So I grew up by default homophobic, not the violent kind of homophobic, let's go out and harm people, just like not knowing, not being exposed to gay people. I just never was, and I didn't understand, I didn't trust gay people. They were kind of a myth to me. Of course, you go back and look at your high school yearbook and you're like, oh yeah. But at the time, no idea. So flash forward about 30 years, I find myself in Sarasota, Florida, working in community theater. And I'm not sure if you're familiar with community theater in Sarasota. But if your problem is lack of exposure to gay people, it's about to be solved real quick. So it's fine. Like I said, I'm not a hostile person. I'm generally amenable to meeting people. I'm friendly, and I find myself making gay friends in the theater community for the first time. And I'm super proud of myself. Like, what a wonderfully accepting person I am. Look at all these gay friends I have. What a wonderful man I am. And one of the traditions there was after shows, you'd go out with your crew and your cast. You'd go to this restaurant called Coley's on Main Street. And you'd go there and you'd talk shit about the other theaters and their casts with your people. And that was always after show tradition. And so we're there one night and somebody suggests like, hey, this place is closing, we're having such a good time. Let's all go down to Stinger's down the street. At that point, I dropped a fork on my plate. Because Stinger's is a gay bar. And as much as I thought I was over my homophobia, turns out I wasn't completely there yet. And I turned to my friend Jeff, who Jeff Kinn, until recently he was the artistic director at the Players down in Sarasota. And I said, hey Jeff, I've got a problem, man. I can't go to Stinger's with you guys. He goes, why not? I said, well, it's a gay bar. I'm not gay. I can't go with you guys to a gay bar. He goes, oh, I get it. You're straight. We're going to a gay bar. Well, let's try this. You come with us to the gay bar, but when we get there, you don't have sex with any men. And I said, well, when you put it that way, it sounds kind of stupid. He goes, does it? Does it sound stupid to you? Hear it out loud? So I had to agree, yes, it sounds stupid. So we went, and walking down the street, I'm thinking, we'll get through this. I'll still hanging on to a little bit of the homophobia, but I'll be okay. And we walk in, and just for my own benefit and nobody else's, I announce to the crowd at Swingers, hey, nobody here is having sex with me tonight. And somebody in the back of the room goes, we know. And I was completely cured from that day on. So we have some LGBTQ people in our cast. Apparently, I'm the only one who doesn't identify that way, which is ironic. But that was my story, and it is my honor to bring up your next storyteller. His name is Jeff, and he's also gay. Please welcome Jeff Klein.